Ladies and gentlemen, let's rise for the national anthem of the Republic of Mauritius. Thank you. Your Excellency, Mr. Darambia Gokul, GCSK, President of the Republic of Mauritius, Honorable Mahendra OSK, Minister of Arts and Culture, Dr. the Honorable Alvin Boulel, GOSK, Minister of Agro-Industry, Food Security, and Blue Economy. Honorable Ashok Kumar Subron, Social Integration, Social Security, and National Solidarity. Honorable Patrick Gervais, Asirvadan, Minister of Energy and Public Utilities. Honorable Mrs. Marie-Ariane Navarre-Marie, Minister of Gender and Family Affairs. Honorable junior ministers, honorable members of the National Assembly, distinguished members of the Diplomatic Corps, Mr. Dien of the UNESCO Roots of Enslaved People Project, Ms. Lisa Simrik Singh, UN Resident Coordinator for Mauritius and Seychelles, Mr. Gandil Gata Hugh, Head UNESCO Regional Office for East Africa, conference delegates, staff and students of the University of Mauritius, staff of parastatal bodies, friends, ladies and gentlemen. I have the utmost honor to welcome you to the opening ceremony of this international conference in the context of the 30th anniversary of the UNESCO Roots of Enslaved Peoples Project. I would like to thank the International Scientific Committee of the project to have chosen Mauritius to host this incredible international conference, gathering researchers from all over the world to discuss slavery and its aftermath in the Western Indian Ocean. Fellow Mauritians, how lucky are we to access such a platform today for the next 3 days, where knowledge will be shared, stories will be told, and ideas will be debated. I personally have been to many research conferences in the last decade around the globe, and this is the very first time I attend a conference where it is open to the public and is free of charge. This is the reflection of Mauritius's commitment to education and progress. Truly pleased to see the inclusion of Rodriguez perspectives like Joël Edwards, Annabelle Agatz, and my own in this very important academic event. The program of this 3-day conference is rich, diverse, marrying scholarly discourses with oral narratives. truly a decolonial approach, if you ask me. So without further ado, allow me to invite our first speaker of this ceremony, Professor Miriam Kotias, President of the International Scientific Committee of Enslaved Peoples Project. Miriam, ladies and gentlemen.
Monsieur le Président public de Maurice, Mesdames, Messieurs Monsieur le vice-chancelier de l'université, Madame la coordinatrice régionale des Nations Unies, députés de l'Assemblée, chère Doudou Dienne, distingués collègues, distingués publics, tout protocole respecté, welcome. Bonjour et bonjour tout le monde. Mon c'est mon matinique, mon capacité. Il y a 30 ans, était lancé le programme La route des personnes mises en esclavage, résistance, liberté. Et nous sommes très honorés, très fiers de pouvoir participer à ce colloque qui est en fait le plus important de cette année de commémoration. 30 ans d'un programme qui a été lancé en août 1994 à Ouidah, au Bénin, sur la proposition d'Haïti. Haïti qui a été la lumière de la liberté pour les esclavisés du monde entier, pas seulement de l'Atlantique, mais du monde entier. Ce sentiment, cette volonté de liberté s'est répandue dans le monde. Mais pendant longtemps, il n'en a pas été question. Et le premier objectif, la route des personnes mises en esclavage, a été précisément de briser le silence. Briser le silence pour que l'on puisse parler de cet événement tragique de l'histoire de l'humanité. Le silence pour le faire connaître, pour faire respecter aussi les afrodescendants, personnes victimes de cet esclavage. Bien sûr, l'Atlantique a été la trame d'indication. Mais ce programme de l'UNESCO a aussi permis d'ouvrir les frontières de naissance, d'ouvrir le partage autour de la question de l'esclavage. Et de fait, 30 ans après, on peut faire un bilan qui est un bilan extrêmement riche. Il y a maintenant un pas de l'abolition de l'esclavage, que ça soit au niveau international, puisque le 20 mars est la journée internationale du souvenir de l'esclavage, qui est une journée des Nations Unies. Le 23 août, qui est une journée d'UNESCO, qui est la journée internationale du souvenir de la traite négrière, donc par UNESCO. À partir de là, cette volonté, cette nécessité de commémorer notre histoire dans le monde, et maintenant, il y a des dates nationales dans le monde, et nous avons eu l'honneur d'être invités à la commémoration ici, pour février. Mais ce ne sont pas seulement des commémorations produit ce programme La route de l'esclave. Il a mis en communication, en rapport des chercheurs un peu partout dans le monde. Il a aussi mis en relation des enseignants. Il a permis également qu'il y ait l'inscription d'un patrimoine matériel et immatériel de l'histoire de l'esclavage. C'est tant le Born à Maurice, c'est aussi le Maloya. Faire des bandes de l'esclavage. Parmi les musées, Maurice est là encore l'esclavage, qui est un élément extrêmement important et qui rayonne sur le monde. À cela s'ajoute un souci d'enseignement qui, là encore, a permis que ces questions soient dans les programmes d'enseignement scolaire. Et l'histoire, l'importance, il faut partager les connaissances, partager les connaissances pour engager une citoyenneté qui soit inscrite dans l'égalité et dans la justice. En effet, l'esclavage permet de poser ces questions. Il a été l'organisation des personnes mises en esclavage. Donc, à l'esclavage, travailler, développer les recherches par les réseaux de chercheurs qui sont, dont beaucoup sont présents. C'est précisément poser la question de dissémination et des effets de l'esclavage dans le contemporain. Nous, dans ce monde de l'égalité, du respect de chaque personne, dans ce monde, notre seul futur envisageable et notre seule possibilité de notion d'égalité et de justice. Alors bien sûr, se poser la question de la justice est aussi poser la question des réparations, mais des réparations sous une forme diverse, qui sont à la fois de l'ordre du symbolique, mais aussi qui sont de l'ordre de la connaissance historique. Connaître l'histoire de l'esclavage, c'est modifier la façon dont on écrit l'histoire, l'espace public. Nous étions à la commission de la révolte de 1695, Espace de Bengale, Anthony Malabar, Aaron de Ambon. Et le fait d'avoir ces monuments maintenant qui sont présents permettent aussi de faire reculer les frontières de la connaissance et permettent aussi une reconnaissance de toutes ces victimes de l'esclavage, non pas en les considérant comme uniques, mais en les considérant comme des acteurs de leur propre histoire, comme des personnes qui sont en permanence révoltées, qui ont en permanence cherché à affirmer dans un système qui était celui de l'inhumanité. Alors le programme de la route de l'esclave, les personnes mises en esclavage, a eu un grand mérite à faire se rejoindre, connecter l'Atlantique et l'océan. L'Atlantique, bien sûr, écrasante par nombre de déportés dans les important tout le système d'esclavage pour repenser les organisations si inhumains. Le programme La route de l'esclave a permis que se développent les recherches. Il a été sous-tendu aussi par des réseaux de chercheurs construits entre l'Atlantique et l'océan Indien. Et là, je voudrais saluer le programme Enslaved, donc beaucoup d'entre nous ont fait partie. Le champ reste encore ouvert. Le fait que l'importance de l'océan Indien dans la recherche internationale doivent être encore poursuivies est un fait. Mais le programme La route de l'esclave a permis que ça se mette en place de cette façon-là. Il faut le dire, le colloque qui est inauguré aujourd'hui est absolument exceptionnel. Et je pèse mes mots en le disant, et je ne le dis pas par gentillesse. Ce colloque est exceptionnel par le nombre de chercheurs et de chercheuses qu'il rassemble, plus de 50 personnes, et par les thématiques aussi qui vont être abordées, par aussi le fait que c'est un colloque qui est presque une totalité, puisqu'il y a à la fois des événements culturels, un film qui va être passé et des rencontres qui vont être très je voudrais, présidence de avoir permis d'avoir le ministère des Ministry of Heritage, la route des personnes mises en esclavage. Mais je voudrais aussi souligner en total, sans qui nous ne serions pas là, qui est le professeur Tilloch, qui n'a pas compté sa peine et que nous... Vraiment, je la remercie chaleureusement parce que vous n'imaginez pas le nombre de mails, le nombre de démarches à des heures très avancées de la nuit, même avec un décalage horaire. Donc, vraiment, merci Vijaya pour cet engagement qui a été compris de 2 années maintenant. J'achèverai ce propos liminaire en disant que ont été victimes d'un système, mais elles ont aussi affirmé leur dignité, elles ont affirmé leur humanité, même dans un système qui était celui de l'extrême violence et de la domination. Et je voudrais, si vous le voulez bien, que nous pensions à eux, que nous pensions à nos ancêtres, quelque temps. Cela nous permettra d'invoquer leur mémoire, de les faire revenir parmi nous pour pouvoir encore mieux discuter de l'esclavage et des personnes mises en esclavage. En Haïti, il y a une formule que j'aime à dire régulièrement parce qu'elle est à la fois une façon de remercier nos ancêtres et de les commémorer. Et cette phrase, c'est honneur et respect. En créole, honneur et respect. Merci.
Merci, Professor Kuti. I now welcome Professor Sanjeev Sobhi, Vice Chancellor of the University of Mauritius, to deliver his address. Vice Chancellor, on behalf of the International Conference Committee, I would like to thank the university for accepting to host this event. Your support is much appreciated.
Thank you, Master of Ceremony. His Excellency, Mr. Ambir Goku, President of the Republic, Honorable Ministers, Honorable Arvind Bulel, Honorable Patrick Katsiavaden, Honorable Anne Navama, Senior Ministers, Honorable also, we've got the Parent Minister, Honorable Mandra Westgate, Honorable Ashok Kumar Subon, Minister of Social Integration, Social Security and Solidarity, representatives of UNESCO, High Commissioners, Mrs. Lisa Simrik Singh, UN Resident Coordinator, Tilok, member of the organizing committee, respected academics, participants, students, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed. Very good morning to all of you and welcome to the University of Mauritius. It is both an honor and a profound privilege to welcome you to the University of Mauritius International Conference dedicated to exploring the theme of resistance, liberty, and heritage in the Western Indian Ocean. A special welcome, in fact, to His Excellency, our President of the Republic, for gracing this function. In fact, it is his very first function in which the University of Mauritius is associated. This gathering, under the auspices of the Roots of Enslaved Peace Project, provides a pivotal platform for reflection, dialogue, and scholarship on a chapter of history that has indelibly shaped our collective identities. The year 2025 marks the 100th anniversary of the abolition of slavery in Mauritius. Thus, the country stands as a testament to the complex tapestry woven by the histories of enslavement and resistance. Our very landscape bears witness to this legacy with sites such as Le Monde Cultural Landscape, a UNESCO World Heritage Site since 2008, symbolizing the resilience and courage of those who sought freedom from the bonds of slavery. The focus of this conference on the Western Indian Ocean is both timely. The region's unique historical context offers rich insights into the transoceanic cultural exchanges and the enduring spirit of resistance that characterize the era of enslavement. By examining these narratives, we not only honor the memories of those who suffered inhuman atrocities, but also celebrate the cultural syncretism and shared heritage that emerge from such adversity. Given its very specific historical background with respect to peopling, human settlements, demographic evolution, and manpower needs under different colonial administration, Mauritius is its for researchers and scholars to explore the richness of literatures, data, information, and facts to pursue and deepen their knowledge in whatever research studies they do conduct. In fact, the University of Mauritius is research and education on these critical subjects. Our collaboration with institutions like the Intercontinental Slavery Museum, amongst others, established in 2020, exemplifies our dedication to preserving and disseminating knowledge among all about the histories of slavery and its lasting impacts. Starting from today and over the next few days, this conference will feature a diverse program, including poster and artifact exhibitions and book launches that delve into the multifaceted aspects of our shared history. These events offer invaluable opportunities to engage with tangible representations of the past, for understanding of the narratives that have shaped our present. I encourage all participants to actively engage in the discussions, exhibitions, and presentations. Let us approach this conference with open mind and compassionate, recognizing that our exploration of the past serves as a foundation for building a more just and inclusive future. On an ending note, I extend my deepest gratitude to UNESCO, the Ministry of Arts and organizers, sponsors, who have made the holding of this international possible. I will, if do not pay any gratitude to our ex-colleague, Dr. Vijay Tilak, who has always been instrumental and having unflinching support. Dignitaries, excellencies, and ministers who have kindly accepted to meet and grace this function. Debate, inspire scholarly pursuits, and strengthen our commitment to honoring the legacies of resistance, liberty, and heritage in the Western Indian Ocean. I thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Professor B. I now invite Ms. Lisa Singh, United Nations Resident Coordinator. Welcome, Ms. Singh.
His Excellency Mr. Dharamveer Gokul, GCSK, President of the Republic of Mauritius, Honorable Mahindra Gondea, OSK, Minister for Arts and Culture, Honorable Ministers, Honorable Junior Minister, Member of the National Assembly, Professor Otre, Chancellor of the University of Mauritius, Professor Sanjeev Sauve, Vice Chancellor of the University of Mauritius, Professor Miriam Kotias, Professor Vijay Tilak, Director of the Centre de Recherche sur l'Esclavage et l'Engagisme. Dear colleagues of the Diplomatic Corps, dear participants, ladies and gentlemen, members of the media, all protocols observed. A very good morning to you all. It's really a privilege for me to join you for this international conference, Resistance, Liberty and Heritage of the West Indian Ocean, and to commemorate the 30th anniversary of the UNESCO Roots of Enslaved Peoples Resistance, Liberty, Heritage Project. We thank our host, the government of Mauritius, and the university for the timing of this conference. It is significant because it is part of the commemoration of the 190 years of the abolishment of slavery in Mauritius, which was celebrated just this past Saturday. And it marks a pivotal moment in our ongoing journey to understand, reconcile, and learn from shared histories of slavery and its enduring legacy. Ladies and gentlemen, between the 16th and 19th centuries, some 27 million Africans were torn from their homes, forced into ships, and transported across the seas. They were enslaved, exploited, and denied dignity and their fundamental rights. Although slave trade has long been abolished, its nefarious legacy lives on today in other forms, perpetuating discrimination, social exclusion, and inequality throughout the world. The cornerstone of the United Nations is the protection of human rights, combating exploitation, and fostering inclusion as key components in achieving the Sustainable Development Goals. The roots of the Enslaved Peoples Project, launched by UNESCO 30 years ago, has been instrumental in producing innovative knowledge, developing international networks of scholars and conferences such as today, and supporting memory initiatives on slavery, slave trading, and abolition. Allow me to honor Dudu DNA, the visionary behind the Roots of Enslaved projects today, for your presence here. It was an honor for me to meet you. Here in the Indian Ocean itself, as Professor Maria Scuti has already highlighted, the network of scholars has played a seminal role in revealing and reconstructing the complex, multi-ethnic, multi-directional slave trading on the lives of millions of Africans, East Asians, Indians, Malagasy, South Asians. It has played a pivotal role in breaking the silence which surrounds the to racial justice and recognition of the enormous contributions these silent, disempowered heroes made to shaping our society, our history, our culture, and indeed the current pluralistic societies of contemporary Mauritius and the region. I congratulate the government in partnership with the participating universities, centers, research, and scientific committees from both within Africa and abroad for their commitment to joining hands in breaking the silence surrounding the history of slavery and commemorating its lasting consequences, including in the West Indian Ocean, which has experienced indentured labor inherited after the abolition of slavery. The UNESCO World Heritage Sites like the Le Morne Brabant, a mountain in Mauritius, serves as a powerful symbol of the struggle against slavery and the enduring impact of this dark period on the island society. The Intercontinental Slavery Museum records their legacy, while Upper Ghat is a testament of the indentured laborers. And I'm happy to see that the conference agenda that you will have a chance to visit some of these sites. As mentioned by Prekas, in addition to scholar papers, there's a lot of very interesting package of agenda that is before you. This includes weaving in of artistic and cultural heritage events, to include fashion, textile, films, and exhibition, and the launch of Mauritius' first archaeological exhibition on slavery. Arts and culture have always had, just like sports, have always had a unique way to transcend a universal platform for healing a more inclusive future. Through music, dance, and other cultural expressions, we can pay tribute to the resilience and creativity of enslaved people and their descendants and foster humanity. Allow me to recall the lyrics of a famous Sega song, Le Morne Sega, which is by Garcia, who discovered Mauritian radio in 2021. This poignant song tells us of the power of identity. I'm not a singer, so I'm not going to song to you, but I will at least Lalon là-bas. Préfère zété. À cause d'autres content liberté. Pas n'oublier. N'a pas insé pour n'allier. Zitwa ena valeur. Mais il est là pour faire réfléchir. Toi, descendant, esclave. Tout bizarre n'a pas honte. Tout bizarre affirme. L'identité. For those of you who don't speak Creole, it means how many climbed the height of Le Morne. Chose to jump off because they love freedom. We must never forget. No loss was vain. History is meaning, and it is there for us to reflect on. You, slaves, you must not be ashamed. You must be proud of your identity. History matters, ladies and gentlemen. Understanding a history and addressing the injustice of the past is essential for building social cohesion and an inclusive future. I commend the government of Mauritius for its commitment from the highest level to leave no one behind, to have every voice count, and to ensure no tears in the eyes of the population. The fact this event is co-organized with so many of you, local, regional partners, is a testimony of our shared commitment to join hands to build a just future. And against all slavery, racism. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I wish you a very successful and fruitful 3 days of interaction and discussion.
Thank you, Ms. Singh. Et bravo pour créole, hein? And to invite guests to view a pre-recorded speech from Ms. Gabriela Ramos, Assistant Director for the Social Humanities at the UNESCO. Ms. Ramos could not be with us physically today, but she wanted to be part of the ceremony regardless. The conference committee is very grateful.
I am honored to address this important gathering today. I would like to express my gratitude to the UNESCO National Community in Mauritius, the Universities of Dar es Salaam, the Centre International de Recherche sur les Esclavages, Post-Esclavage, France, SafeNet France, and La Chantier Mauritius for their collaboration in organizing this conference. I would also like to extend our appreciation to the President of the Scientific Committee of the Roots of Enslaved People, my dear friend Miriam Cotillas, and its members who have contributed to the expertise conference, and of course our dear friend Dudu Dien, who's always be there when we discuss these issues and has been there since the beginning. The depth and breadth of academic research being presented here, specifically on topics related to the Indian Ocean slave trade, demonstrate the significance of this field of study. For more than 3 decades, the UNESCO's Routes program has stood at the forefront of our efforts to advance knowledge and research, foster international networks, and support memory initiatives related to the enslavement and the slave trade. It is therefore meaningful to see this effort flourishing here in Mauritius. Understanding these historical legacies and its consequences, both historically and contemporary, is not merely an academic exercise, but a foundation for building an inclusive global society. We can trace the races of contemporary societies to this history, and by remembering, we might be able to build much equal societies. We saw it from our global outlook on the races and discrimination that we launched in the 4th edition of our Global Forum. 60% of all intersectional instances of racism involves race, which is sometimes directly linked to the history and legacy of enslavement and the slave trade. At that moment, we really need to enhance our efforts. We launched the Global Alliance Against Racism, and will serve as a space of like-minded stakeholders to come together and fight racism and discrimination in all spheres of life. In our commitment to advancing scholarly work and race awareness, we have recently achieved a significant milestone with the establishment of the Alliance of UNESCO Chairs on the Study and History of the Enslavement Enslaved. These chairs will serve as a catalyst for research to address the persistent impact of enslavement and the slave trade on contemporary issues of inequality, racism, and discrimination. Last year, we celebrated the 30th anniversary of the Roots program in October, and we launched a network of places of history and memory linked to the slave trade. 22 historical places were on across 10 countries, and they are growing because it was everywhere. And through this initiative and its accompanying, we will be promoting cooperation among historically connected cities with the aim to ensure that these historical narratives remain alive in our memories while supporting efforts to address their lasting impacts. It will also forge solidarity between cities that probably will have very different levels of development. We are counting on our network of anti-racist and anti-discrimination officials, a real group of champions, which aims at facilitating these experiences and to efforts to deliver outcomes for people. So I express my appreciation for the opportunity to contribute to this workshop and look forward to the insights and understanding that will emerge from your deliberations.
Friends, allow me to now welcome to the stage SK Minister of Arts and Culture.
Mr. Dambir Gokul, GCSK, President of the Republic of Mauritius. Ms. Lisa Simrik Singh, UN Resident Coordinator for Mauritius and Seychelles. Engadu Ngada Yug, President of the UNESCO region for Eastern Africa. JCSK, CSK, Chancellor of the University of Mauritius. Professor Sanjeev K. Sobi, Vice Chancellor of the University of Mauritius. International Scientific Committee on the Roots of Enslaved Peoples. Honorable Ministers, Honorable Ministers, Honorable Chief Whip of the Government, Ms. Stephanie Chil, Secretary, Mauritius National Commission for UNESCO, respected ladies and gentlemen, all protocol observed. Good morning, warm welcome to you all. Today, as we gather to start the International Conference on the Roots of Enslaved People and commemorate the 190th anniversary of the abolition of slavery, we will be embarked on a journey of reflection, recognition, and resilience. This conference is more than a tribute to the past. It is a reaffirmation of our commitment to justice, equality, and the shared humanity that binds us all. Pastoral significance blocks of and its silence until the lion have their own historians, the history of the earth will always glorify the hunter. In the 1970s, a transformation began. A new wave of historians, Mauritian and international, challenged established narratives. They brought to light the courage, resilience, and humanity of those who resisted oppression. Through meticulous research, they uncovered the stories of the enslaved and the maroons who defied subjugation and fought for freedom. Their contribution reshaped our understanding of Mauritius history, highlighting the roles of enslaved people as active agents in shaping our society. This in that tradition fostered and aids to ensure that the legacy of those who endured and resisted slavery neither written nor diminished. We stand on the shoulders of these pioneers, and their efforts have borne fruit. Le Monde Heritage Trust Fund has since long embarked on several oral history projects and archaeological excavations of sites related to slavery, such as the former settlement of Trouchenil and Macac and l'Embrasure in nearby regions such as Chamarel, Swazi, and Makonde. The old cemetery of Le Monde and marine archaeology within the buffer zone of Le Monde cultural landscape. The designation of Monde cultural landscape as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2006 signaled a global recognition of Mauritius' role in the history of slavery. The mountain stands as a solemn reminder of those who perished in their quest for freedom and at the beacon of hope in future generations. In 2008, Le Monde Cultural Landscape, a site that narrates one of its inspirational chapters of the relentless fight against slavery on the UNESCO Heritage List. Its outstanding universal value illustrates an exceptional testimony to Marronage and the resistance to slavery on the island. In 2009, the International Monument on the Roots of Enslaved People was created within the Monde cultural landscape at the foot of the Le Monde Brabant Mountain, in line with the UNESCO Roots of Enslaved People, and has now become a physical landmark in Mauritius as a powerful site of memory. The establishment of the Truth and Justice Commission in 2009 by the then Prime Minister, Dr. Navin Chandraram Ghulam, with the actual Prime Minister, further underscore our commitment to unearthing and addressing historical injustice. The groundwork for ongoing research and the creation of an intercontinental slavery museum connecting Mauritius to its African and Indian Ocean counterparts in Mozambique, Madagascar, and beyond. Since 2016, the Intercontinental Slavery Museum has emerged as a landmark initiative, reflecting the commitment of Mauritius to preserving the memory of slavery while fostering justice, reconciliation, and inclusion. After the successful rehabilitation of the historic former military hospital building, the museum has been a solid foundation through international collaborations, public consultations, and expert input. The preview exhibition launched in September 2008 was a pivotal, offering an in-depth exploration of slavery-related themes and paving the way for the museum's permanent content. This year marks a significant moment with the launch of the first phase of the permanent exhibition, an achievement that encapsulates years of rigorous research, strategic partnerships, and unwavering dedication. By embodying the role of a site of conscience, the ISM stands at the beacon of cultural and historical significance, shaping the narrative of slavery for Mauritius, the Indian Ocean region, and the wider world. In 2019, in Pamplemousses, 6 sites received the label of memorial sites associated to slavery, namely Bassin des Esclaves, La Place du Bourg, the archaeological site of Moulin à Poudre, the Slave Cemetery, the Saint François d'Assise Church, and the Sir Siu Sagar Ramgulam Botanical Garden. Each World Heritage Site has its oral history and folk traditions attached to it, and Sega is one of the intangible elements very closely associated with a descendant of slaves and the Mauritian culture. Intangible cultural heritage elements listed by UNESCO in our Republic. Sega Tambour Rodrigue, as well as the gig related to indentured. In 2021, the Nelson Mandela Center for African Culture launched 2 schools for Tambour Chagos, and the project, which is now benefiting children of the region of Pointe-aux-Sables, Bois, Beji-Tombeau, and Bois-Marchand, who attend training courses in dance, playing of traditional musical instruments, and singing. In 2024, the Le Monde Heritage Trust Fund opened the Valley of the Bones Memorial Trail at the foot of the Mont Brabant Mountain, where, according to oral history and collective memory, the Maroons would have landed after having jumped off from the summit of the mountain instead of being recaptured. As we look forward, let us reaffirm our commitment to preserving the memory of those who endured slavery. The history of the enslaved is not merely a story of suffering. It's a testament to the unyielding human spirit, a narrative of resistance, resilience, and the reach of dignity. Gratitude for your support in the project. Together, we can build a future rooted in inclusivity and understanding. To our scholars, educators, and cultural leaders, we entrust the responsibility of keeping this history alive, ensuring that its lessons inform the decision we make today and inspire the generation to come. Let the conference serve as a turning point, a space where ideas changed, connections are forged, and a collective commitment to justice is strengthened. Let us honor the memory of the enslaved not only through remembrance, but through action by fostering a society where equality is not merely an ideal, but a lived reality. Ladies and gentlemen, Mauritius is proud to host this event and to stand drawing on shape a future-worthy sacrifice and dreams of those. I look forward to this conference providing a platform for experts, academics, and professionals to share their research and experiences, and I am confident with this being of our history. We must strive to create a more inclusive and equitable society where injustices of the past are not repeated. I would like to take this opportunity to thank all our international scholars so far to be with us today. Your presence here is a global recognition of the importance of addressing the legacy of slavery and promoting reconciliation. I would like to express my sincere thanks to UNESCO and the University of Mauritius for its collaboration. I also wish to those from far participate in this conference. Your presence and contribution are invaluable in our collective journey toward remembrance and healing. I shall thank my staff for friends and its international Committee on the Rule of Enslaved, and to Dr. contribution. I urge you all to remember the words on Mandela. Action is the most powerful one which you can use to change the world. Let us use this conference as an opportunity to educate ourselves and others about the legacy of slavery and work towards just all a fruitful discussion and look forward to the outcome of this. It's a pleasant stay in Mauritius. Hope that the warm Mauritian hospitality will live up to your expectation. Thank you very much for your attention.
Honorable Minister, many thanks for your pertinent message, but also on behalf of the conference delegate, I'd like to thank your ministry for the support that we have been receiving. So thank you. Now is the time where with great privilege, I call upon His Excellency, Mr. Darambia Goku, President of the Republic of Mauritius. Mr. President.
Honorable Minister Bulel, Honorable Minister Mahendra Gon, Honorable Minister Ashok Subon, Excellencies of the Diplomatic Corps, Ms. Gabriela Ramos, Assistant Director General for the Social and Human Services, UNESCO, representatives of UNESCO and International Scientific Committee of Roots of Enslaved Peoples, the Chancellor and Vice Chancellor of the University, Dr. Vijaya Tilak, our international delegates, members of the media, dear students, gentlemen, all and thank you today. Bonjour, merci pour votre présence à la conférence là. Du National Conference on UNESCO Roots of Enslaved Peoples, and to be given the opportunity to address such a distinguished audience. I have listened with great attention to all the eminent previous speakers and agree with me that there will be some of overlap and repetition, which I'll try to avoid, especially when you have such eminent speakers with so much of expertise in a field. I'm always reminded of our Prime Minister when he has to address an event after many speakers have already addressed the difficulty he faces. I'm in the same situation. So I hope I see you. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the Secretary General of the United Nations, His Excellency Antonio Guterres, for all support this important historical conference. As mentioned by previous speakers, the theme of the conference is resistance, liberty, and heritage in the Western Indian Ocean. And it is being organized, as mentioned, in the context of the 190th anniversary of abolition in Mauritius, commemorated on the 1st of February. The Roots of Enslaved Peoples project aims at de-racializing and decolonizing our worldview of history and humanity by bringing together scholars, intellectuals, and civil society to reflect on the link between impact of enslavement and current societal changes, and the proposed solutions to foster more equitable, inclusive, fairer societies respectful of human rights. Academic, former dean of the University of Mauritius myself, I firmly believe in the power of research-based evidence, intellectual discourse in preserving history and understand its impact on our and the future. They allow us to illuminate hidden narratives, challenge prevailing misconceptions, decolonize, and ensure the memory of those who came before us remain alive. The conference embodies this very pursuit of knowledge, truth, and justice. The abolition of slavery did not happen in isolation. It of courage, perseverance, revolts, and sacrifices where every human being could live with equal dignity. We remember the resilience. Slave trade and the enslavement of people of color have been among the worst and longest lasting crimes against humanity. The scars of systematic exploitation still manifest through contemporary inequalities. Addressing these legacies requires profound collective will and continuous dialogue. I commend the Ministry of Arts and Culture and the Honorable Minister Mahen Gondia, the UNESCO and University of Mauritius for this laudable initiative, and thank our national and international delegates for coming together to work towards meaningful action. It is imperative that the deliberation and conclusions and recommendations have impactful and sustainable outcomes that enable the advancement of knowledge and in turn culminating into a plethora of benefits that humanity at large can reap. It is more important that the new acquired knowledge be accessible to our younger generations. In the age of ChatGPT, DeepSeek, and digital transformation, the significance of disciplines like history, anthropology, and psychology should not be underestimated. Instead, we should all come together to leverage these new technologies to spark the curiosity, interest, and passion of the future arts in the above disciplines for recognizing, preserving, and educating the world the legacy of Atlantic slave trade. Mauritius has been active participant in the Slave Route Project since 2005. We are woven together by shared suffering and resilience, and we remain committed to preserving memory through sites like Apra and Le Monde cultural landscape. Honorable Minister Gondia has already mentioned the intangible cultural heritage and the tangible cultural heritage projects, which have been successfully implemented in Mauritius. I will not go into that. Mauritius commemorates the anniversary of the arrival of Indian indentured laborers to the country. History has many facets, many sides, and many perspectives, and the search for truth is a never-ending journey. Studying our past involves analyzing past events by critically evaluating a diverse range of primary and secondary sources, considering multiple perspectives, including social, economic, political, and cultural factors, while acknowledging the inherent biases in historical narratives and utilizing various methodologies like archaeology, social history, and quantitative analysis to construct a nuanced understanding of the past. As mentioned by Gabriela Ramos, Assistant Director General of UNESCO for Social and Human Sciences, we must mobilize to increase awareness of this history and measure its weight and repercussions in today's representations and reality. This will help build more inclusive societies that are fairer and more respectful of rights. This conference, therefore, is a unique opportunity to support the above mission. History, despite its wrenching pain, cannot be unlived, but if faced with courage, need not be lived again. These words by resonate profoundly as we collectively embark on this intellectual exchange in a spirit of honesty, integrity, mutual respect, and sharing. Let this conference therefore serve as a unique platform for reflection, shared understanding, reconciliation, and progress. I take this opportunity to thank all organizers and contributors once again for their unwavering and dedicated efforts in making this conference happen. I invite our distinguished international guests to take advantage of our Mauritian hospitality. On this note, I declare the International Conference on the UNESCO Roots of Enslaved Peoples open. May this gathering inspire us to continue the work of truth, remembrance, unity, and progress for all. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency. What a thoughtful and insightful reflection and comments highlighting the importance of deepening our knowledge and understanding of slavery, coerced labor, and abolition, not only in Mauritius, but also in the wider Indian Ocean world, and ultimately globally. On this note, ladies and gentlemen, we will proceed to the launches of 4 literary works that have enriched the scholarship on slavery in the region. First up, I would like to invite backstage Professor Sobi, Vice Chancellor of the University of Mauritius, to launch the book, The Search for Mangalo, authored by Dr. Vijaya Tilak and filmmaker Mr. Joël Valéry. The book will be presented by Marie-Pierre Ballarin and Joël Valéry. Please join us. Professor Sobi is going to scan the QR code at the back of the book, which links the publication to the film you will soon view on the screen. Thank you. Next, may I please welcome to the stage Honorable Ashok Kumar Subon, Minister of Social Integration, Social Security, and National Solidarity. The Minister will launch Mr. Joel Edwards' work, Anna van Bengal. Mr. Edwards, please join us. Well done, Joel. Thank you, Minister. And now I invite back to the stage the Honorable Mahendra India, Minister of Arts and Culture. Les Betsim Arak by Chaplain Tot. Monsieur Tot, Docteur Tot, je vous invite à nous rejoindre sur la scène, s'il vous plaît. Congratulations, Dr. Tot. And thank you, Minister, again. How are we feeling? Good? I am feeling quite inspired by all these interventions so far. I hope you are too. One inspiring person is going to be honored this morning. It's the person who inspired the project we are celebrating with this conference. Indeed, Monsieur Doudou Diagne created the Roots of Enslaved Peoples project 30 years ago. But I will welcome Mr. Stefan Kalgu, Director of the Nelson Mandela Center for African Culture, to tell us about the achievements of Monsieur Doudou Diagne. Stéphane?
Excellences, Monsieur le Président de la République, honorable Mahingundia, ministre des Arts et de la Culture, Mesdames et Messieurs, honorables membres du Parlement, Mesdames et Messieurs représentants de l'UNESCO, Monsieur le Chancelier, vice-chancelier de l'Université de Maurice, Excellences, membres du corps diplomatique, chers délégués, Mesdames et Messieurs. Aujourd'hui, nous avons l'immense honneur de rendre hommage à une figure éminente du combat pour la justice et la dignité humaine, Monsieur Doudou Diagne. Juriste, diplomate et intellectuel d'envergure internationale, son parcours est marqué par un engagement profond pour la défense des droits humains, la lutte contre toute forme de discrimination et la préservation des mémoires des peuples opprimés. Ancien de la division culturelle, projet La route des esclaves à l'UNESCO, puis rapporteur spécial des Nations Unies sur les formes contemporaines de racisme, de discrimination raciale, de xénophobie et de l'intolérance qui est associée, Doudou Diagne a consacré sa carrière à replacer l'histoire de l'esclavage qui est associée et la traite négrière au cœur des consciences internationales. Son travail au sein de l'UNESCO, notamment dans la structuration du projet La Route de l'esclave, a été déterminant pour la reconnaissance de cette histoire comme un élément fondamental du patrimoine mondial et de l'héritage commun de l'humanité. Son engagement a profondément marqué l'île Maurice, où il a joué un rôle clé dans la reconnaissance des sites emblématiques liés à de l'esclavage et de l'engagisme. Son soutien et ses efforts inlassables ont largement contribué à l'inscription du Mont Brabant, symbole de la résistance face à l'oppression, au patrimoine mondial de l'UNESCO en 2008, consacrant ainsi Maurice comme un lieu essentiel de mémoire et de transmission. Par ailleurs, son appui à la valorisation de la Pravasigat, point d'arrivée des premiers travailleurs engagés, a permis de souligner la continuité des systèmes d'exploitation humaine et d'enrichir la compréhension globale de l'immigration forcée. Au-delà de ces réalisations, Doudou Diène a su établir un dialogue entre mémoire et justice, entre passé et présent, nous rappelant que la reconnaissance d'histoire est un levier essentiel pour bâtir des sociétés plus justes et plus inclusives. Son travail nous invite à poursuivre la recherche, à transmettre la mémoire et à défendre inlassablement la dignité des peuples qui ont été opprimés. Monsieur Doudou Diène, vous avez porté haut la voix des sans-voix et œuvré pour que la mémoire de l'esclavage ne soit pas seulement un regard tourné vers le passé, mais un outil puissant pour comprendre nos sociétés et bâtir un monde plus juste. Aujourd'hui, nous vous remettons un cadeau qui symbolise non seulement notre reconnaissance envers votre engagement exceptionnel, mais également notre volonté de poursuivre votre combat. Elle incarne notre engagement à honorer les luttes du passé, à bâtir un avenir d'humanité et de respect. Merci, Monsieur Diène, pour votre héritage inestimable. Votre lumière continue d'illuminer nos chemins. J'invite Son Excellence, Président de la République, à me rejoindre sur scène pour remettre un cadeau au nom de la République de Maurice.
Please rise to join us in congratulating and thanking Mr. Doudou Diène for his work. Thank you, Stéphane Cargou. Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you, honorable members. Merci et encore bravo, Monsieur Doudou Diène. Monsieur Doudou Diène, il va falloir apprendre le cigare maintenant. Au prochain colloque, c'est vous qui allez nous jouer un morceau de cigare? Okay. His Excellency will now launch the book History, Memory, and Identity, edited by Dr. Vijaya Tilak and Research Professor Emeritus Edward Alpers. Professor Alpers, you're welcome to the stage. Thank you. Thank you and congratulations. Please stay on the stage, Professor Alpers. Professor, please, may I please invite all the authors who launched their books today and the honorable members who participated in the book launch to please come on the stage for a group photo. Thank you. Colette Le Chantier, you are asked on the stage. Thank you. Richard Allen, Professor Richard Allen, please join us. And yes, the Vice Chancellor. May I invite the audience to join me in congratulating the authors and editors of these impactful new works on slavery in the Indian Ocean world. Congratulations, everyone. Thank you. His Excellency and the Vice Chancellor, the two ministers are receiving each copy of the 4 books launched today. Thank you, everyone. May I please request phones on silent? Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for a change in tempo, we are privileged to welcome a cultural performance titled Noir. Noir with an E means black au féminin. Noir is the story of a Black girl, Gladys, who is, you got it, Black. The young girl navigates an environment where her dark skin is devalued and her education is discouraged. This piece, directed by Mr. Gaston Valaiden, touches on themes that many papers to be presented at this conference also address: gendered violence, colorism, racist beauty standards, poverty, alcoholism, and other symptoms of intergenerational trauma and legacies of slavery. Dear friends, some of you may not understand all of the narration due to language barrier, but the artists, Véronique Nankou, Jean-René Astien, Kelly Ann Ting-Hone, Anne-Charlotte Itier, and Rachel Joda Fursey, through their emotions, voices, and bodies, will ensure you receive the message of this masterpiece. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the performance Noir and the artists on the stage.
Je vais la commencer à Maurice, au cœur d'une île qu'on dit être inhabitée avant l'arrivée des premiers navires.
C'est ce qu'on dit, mais sait-on jamais? Je vais vous raconter l'histoire que m'a racontée ma grand-mère. Elle raconte cette histoire quand elle ne veut pas raconter d'histoire à nous faire pleurer de rire. Raconte l'histoire de Gladys quand elle est mélancolique.
Cette histoire, c'est l'histoire de Gladys et l'histoire de femmes comme elle. Gladys est une petite fille à la peau noire. Noire! La peau de son père est couleur ébène, presque gros bleu.
Celle de sa mère, la mulâtresse est blanche, blanche comme du lait. Ses yeux sont verts, ses cheveux sont roux et des taches de rousseur jouent à cache-cache entre ses joues, son menton et son nez. Elle est belle! Ah!
Gladys est noire. Bon, pas aussi noire que son père, mais noire quand même. Ses cheveux ne sont pas crépus. Heureux.
Bon, ils ne sont pas lisses non plus. Ils sont si légers qu'ils en deviennent parfois indomptables. On lui a raconté qu'après avoir poussé de toutes ses forces et espéré avoir un garçon, après l'avoir extrait de son corps comme on en extrait une sangsue, après tout cela, la sage-femme l'a posé sur son ventre, sur le ventre d'Iris. Iris, c'est le nom de la mère de Gladys. Iris a longuement pleuré. Pas seulement à cause des douleurs de l'accouchement, seulement parce qu'elle n'a pas eu le fils tant espéré. Elle pleure de haine. 26 ans. Elle la pose à côté. Elle ne veut pas de cet enfant qui ne lui ressemble pas.
Gladys se met à pleurer, à hurler tellement fort que les morts en sont tout retournés. La sage-femme, voyant cela, s'est précipitée. Et elle a bercé le bébé. Bébé Gladys. Papa, contente-toi. Oh, oh, papa, levez te pousse. Quelques années, Iris donne naissance à la crème de la crème.
Non, le pauvre
Il était.
les larmes coulaient. Aïe, oh mon Dieu Seigneur. âme au couleur, levée droite, Iena, solide levée droite. Iris est heureuse. Elle pouponne Camille. Elle lui donne tout ce qu'elle ne peut donner à sa première fille, race de Caïn. Camille, c'est sa fierté.
Gladys, c'est sa honte.
Dans l'histoire de Gladys, il ne faut pas oublier Georges, son père.
Rappelons-nous, Georges est noir, très noir. Et ce noir, il a aspiré si profondément que son cœur en a été atteint. Son âme, quoique attachée à son corps, vacille souvent entre l'envie de s'y réfugier et celle de s'échapper comme un marron fuyant dans les mornes. Georges n'a donc pas eu le cadeau de mère nature,
La blancheur.
Il est noir, mais intelligent, contrairement à sa femme, cet illettré. Il a été à l'école, lui. Il sait lire et écrire. Contrairement à cette buse qui est nazie scolaire.
Il te fait une cuisodie. Tu peux batiner. Ou m'a dit à vomir ça.
Mais il dit cela juste pour la forme. Georges n'a pas eu le cadeau de mère nature, mais il a épousé une femme qui ressemble à une blanche. Il est noir, mais intelligent. Et tout ça, il le dit pour la forme, parce que l'écraser lui donne une sorte de réconfort. Tout le monde sait que la cuisine d'Iris est exquise. Elle a travaillé chez de grands-parents comme cuisinière avant qu'il ne l'épouse. Et bien sûr, il lui a sommé d'arrêter. Une femme doit s'occuper de son mari corps et âme. Donc, après l'avoir longuement, il mange quand même ses cafés.
Bon.
Ah, quand c'est et qu'on tue une maman qui demande à être servie, le premier, la carcasse, les restes, ça c'est pour les femmes.
Pour en revenir à Gladys. Gladys est noire comme son père et tout aussi intelligente que lui, peut-être même plus. Elle se lève aux aurores pour finir sa part du ménage et pour ne pas rater l'école. Pieds nus, elle court, marche, essoufflée, se remet à courir encore vers ses livres chéris. Des amis? Ah non, pas d'amis. Elle préfère regarder la Miss qui écrit sur le tableau noir et réussit avec brio ses examens de fin de cycle. Elle n'a qu'un seul rêve, aller au collège et porter un bel uniforme à carreaux, comme les grandes filles qu'elle voit parfois passer.
Capable avec sa uniforme-là. Désolée.
Le collège, non! Non! Une fille comme toi au collège, faire rire, à mourir de rire. Georges n'est pas d'accord. Là-dessus, sa femme le soutient ferme. Hé, fais la casse pour toi, Tiffy. Aster, et là ton frère.
Oui, en attendant, Iris a eu un troisième enfant. Un fils, enfin. Gladys arrête l'école. De devenir infirmière. Elle le voit s'envoler comme un cerf-volant dans un ciel si...
Tu te crois que pourrait la case gratter senti?
Sont pas à la maison. Elle fait le ménage, le repassage et la cuisine.
Alors que sa mère et sa sœur jouent avec le petit frère.
Ça, c'est quand elle n'est pas dans la cuisine de Madame André à confectionner des robes, des jupes pour les dames blanches. Elle livre la maison depuis que Georges a perdu son travail. Encore une fois. Cette fois semble être la bonne.
Qui se croit? Zot qui poufait à Marie à moi, hein? Zot est moi esclave?
Georges est peut-être intelligent, mais sa mère le domine. Elle plane sur sa tête comme un gros nuage gris. Il a été journaliste, clerc dans un bureau à Port-Louis, chef de gare, etc., etc. Il a donc enchaîné job sur job.
Qui se croit? Pour qui se prend, moi?
Assis dans la cuisine, il a recommencé à boire. Il a pourtant promis au curé de ne plus avaler une goutte d'arak. Dans la petite maison, tout le monde se tient en retrait.
On sent dans l'air qu'un cyclone se prépare.
Tout est poussiéré comme pis.
Du haut de ses 13 ans, Gladys redouble d'efforts. Elle récure les casseroles et le sol et livre robe sur robe. Les dames blanches sont ravies, mais pas sa mère, pas son père. Sa mère hurle que l'argent n'est pas assez. Son père donne des coups. Iris protège son fils et sa fille couleur de lait sous ses ailes. Gladys, elle, seule, se réfugie dans les coins. Et puis, un beau jour, on frappe à la porte.
Madame Zons, vite, vite, vite. Georges, après un énième verre et une énième bagarre, est tombé raide mort dans un bar. Le bar Hollywood.
Oui, le bar s'appelait Hollywood.
Gladys, Iris, François le petit frère et Camille sont maintenant libres. Libres,
mais sans un sou pour payer le loyer et à peine de quoi manger. Il est te marier à Stéatifi. La solution, c'est de marier Gladys. Elle pourra les sortir de la misère.
c'est comme cela qu'à 14 ans, Gladys épouse Tristan, 35 ans. Un homme bon, mais illettré, soudeur de profession.
L'amour pas existé pour nous, Tifi. L'amour, c'est pour les Blancs. Là-bas, de l'autre côté de l'océan, on finit les comptes en disant « Ils furent heureux et eurent beaucoup d'enfants. » Mais ici, sur mon île, Gladys et Tristan firent de leur mieux et eurent 5 enfants. Ils ont traversé cette vie, ni bonne ni mauvaise, avec ce qu'ils avaient. Les blessures de l'enfance,
Les traumatismes qui montent d'en bas,
kidnapping, chaînes,
chambre du colon jeté sur le pont.
jetés par-dessus bord, morts, mourants ou vivants. Gladys n'a jamais parlé d'esclavage. Elle l'a porté en elle, pourtant, et l'a vécu.
Elle n'a jamais parlé d'esclavage jusqu'à son dernier souffle.
C'est du passé,
Non?
chaque jour qui passe se répandre dans mon cerveau, qui s'abat dans mon corps d'abord libre, maintenant cible de marin.
À ce moment-là,
Je peux pas, mon enfant qui s'endurcit. Explosivage,
s'envole dans un
qui se sert. C'était dans le ventre du bateau.
sur le ventre, sur le ventre, sur le dos.
Oubliez le regard sur ma peau. La mer qui frappe et le vent qui tire. Peine.
Honneur. Oui. Regardez. Je suis libre à présent.
Je déambule sous vos yeux, mais mon âme blessée n'en a cure.
C'est elle qui porte mon corps de femme debout
Et celui de toutes les femmes debout. Elle réclame justice. Elle voudrait révéler la vérité toute nue ici
et là.
Elle demande réparation.
Allez leur dire.
J'ai existé. J'existe. Nous avons existé.
Nous existons.
Nous existons. Nous toujours existé. Itier. Rachel Furcy. Kelly Huntington.
Auteur et conteuse de noir, Véronique Nankou. Musique et son, Jean-René Bastien et Joël Tierny. Mise en scène et lumière, Gaston Valaydel. Merci.
Wow. Vous m'entendez? Ooh, wow. Thank you so much for this incredibly moving performance. Sentiment extra ému. Bopenamo, même si on a un script. Pantou, merci. I am very grateful for the message the artists have communicated in noir. These are stories that were once too taboo to be told when I was myself a little Black girl. This performance is a testament to the fact that, thanks to the intensive research on slavery and its aftermath, we can now engage in these hard but necessary conversations. By confronting and unpacking these complex issues, we move closer to understanding their roots and finding truly effective solutions. Donc oui, nous exister. Once again, let's give a round of applause and thank the artists and the stage for this brilliant performance. And it's now time for a coffee and tea break. May I please ask the delegate to collect their bags at the reception? And everyone else, please make your way to the foyer for a hot beverage. I request that you kindly are back to your seats in 15 minutes. Thank you very much.